You have massive dreams. You can see yourself at the top. You imagine the success, the freedom, the respect, the life you deserve so vividly that it feels like it already belongs to you. You are not someone with small ambitions. You want greatness. You can feel it burning in your bones. But there is a problem. When it comes to actually doing the work, something strange happens. You freeze. You scroll. You distract yourself with things that do not matter. You tell yourself you will start tomorrow when you have more energy, more time, more motivation. Tomorrow comes and you do the exact same thing. The dream stays a dream. The ambition stays trapped inside your head. And you stay exactly where you are, watching others build the life you know should be yours. Welcome to the strange psychology of being lazy but ambitious. You are not alone in this. There is an entire category of people who are exactly like you, brilliant but stuck, visionary but paralyzed, full of potential but somehow allergic to action. You know you are capable of extraordinary things. That is not arrogance. That is awareness. You genuinely have something special inside you. So why can you not make yourself move? Let me show you what your day probably looks like. You wake up with good intentions. Today will be different. Today you will finally start. Then you check your phone. Just for a minute. That minute becomes 10. 10 becomes an hour. Before you know it, half the day is gone. You tell yourself you will start after lunch. Lunch comes and goes. You feel tired now. You feel unmotivated. You push it to tomorrow. At night, you lie in bed feeling that familiar guilt. You are disappointed in yourself again. You make promises. Tomorrow will be different. But when tomorrow comes, it looks exactly the same. This cycle has been repeating for months, maybe years. This is not a character flaw. This is not about being weak or undisciplined or broken. This is about psychology. This is about patterns in your brain that developed over years without you even knowing. And once you understand these patterns, everything changes. Your brain has two competing systems at war with each other. The first system is your ambition. It dreams big. It sees possibilities everywhere. It creates visions of the future that excite you and keep you awake at night. This system makes you feel special because you can see what others cannot. You can imagine success with such clarity that it feels real. But there is a second system. This system hates discomfort. It wants safety and ease. It wants to protect you from pain, failure, rejection, and hard work. This system kept your ancestors alive by making them avoid danger. The problem is this ancient survival system does not understand modern goals. When you think about working on your dreams, your brain sees effort. It sees uncertainty. It sees the possibility of failure and embarrassment, and it panics. It tells you this is dangerous. It tells you to do something easier instead. Check your phone, watch another video, eat something. Do anything except the hard thing that actually matters. And here is the cruel trick your brain plays on you. It rewards you for avoiding your goals. It gives you a hit of dopamine when you scroll social media. It gives you relief when you postpone the difficult task. It makes you feel good in the moment. So your brain learns that avoidance equals pleasure, and it keeps pushing you to avoid. Meanwhile, your ambition is screaming. It knows you are wasting time. It knows you are capable of so much more. This creates a war inside you every single day. Ambition versus comfort. Vision versus fear. The person you want to be versus the person you keep being. And right now, part of you is thinking about clicking away, about watching something easier, about coming back to this later. That is the exact pattern I am talking about. Stay with me. This matters more than you realize. Here is what nobody tells you about lazy, ambitious people. You are not actually lazy. Lazy people do not dream. Lazy people do not set goals. Lazy people do not feel guilty about wasted potential. You feel guilty because you have standards. You dream because you have vision. You are not lazy. You are afraid. Afraid of what, exactly? You are afraid that if you actually try your absolute hardest and still fail, you will have to face a terrifying truth. Maybe you are not as special as you thought. Maybe your ideas are not as brilliant as they seemed. Maybe you do not have what it takes. That fear is paralyzing. It is easier to stay in the fantasy. It is easier to keep planning and dreaming without ever testing those dreams in reality. Because as long as you never truly try, you can always tell yourself you could have succeeded if you wanted to. But deep down you know that story is completely empty. Think of your ambition as a lion trapped in a cage. The cage is built from your fears, your excuses, your comfortable distractions. Every small action you take is a key. Every moment of discipline loosens the lock. One day the cage breaks and the lion runs free. That day comes faster than you think, but only if you start turning keys today. Here is the psychology shift that changes everything. Failure is not the opposite of success. Inaction is the opposite of success. When you fail, you learn something valuable. When you do nothing, you gain nothing and stay stuck forever. Every successful person you admire has failed more than you have even attempted. The difference is, they kept moving anyway. Now let me tell you exactly how to rewire your brain. First, accept this uncomfortable truth. You will never feel like doing it. Motivation is a feeling, and feelings fade. You must act anyway. Every time you act, despite resistance, you teach your brain that discomfort is survivable. Second, start embarrassingly small. Set a timer for 10 minutes. Put your phone in another room. Sit down and do the thing. When the timer ends, you can stop, but you will not want to because momentum is magic. Third, redesign your environment ruthlessly. Delete distracting apps. Put your phone in a drawer. Clean your workspace. Make the productive choice the easiest choice. You are not weak for getting distracted. Your environment is engineered to steal your attention. Change the environment, and you change the behavior. Fourth, separate your identity from your actions. You are not a lazy person. You are a person who has been choosing lazy behaviors because your brain found them rewarding. That can change starting now. Here is the truth about people like you. You have something most people lack. You have vision and standards and the ability to see a better future. But vision without action is just fantasy. Dreams without discipline are just entertainment. You have spent enough time imagining the life you want. Now build it. Not tomorrow. Not when conditions improve. Now, close this video. Open the thing you have been avoiding. Work on it for 10 minutes. Prove to yourself that you are not who you have been. You are who you choose to be right now in this moment. The lion is waiting. Break the cage. Choose now.